This one sports betting hack will change the way you sports bet forever. In this video, we're going to be going into depth about the main thing that will turn you from an unprofitable sports bettor to making a lot of money and turning it into a very profitable and lucrative side income or main income for you. Now, I'm going to run over the main thing that turned me from an unprofitable bettor to profitable, and that is the word or the three letters you could say C, L, and V. All right. And what that means is closing line value. Closing line value is essentially beating a closing line. Let's say you lock in a bet at minus 110 odds, and by the time the game starts, it is at minus 140. That is good CLV, meaning you beat the closing line. And when you do that, your implied probability of winning goes up. Now, let's say you bet a play that's minus 110. By the time the game starts, the odds are plus 120. You've now lost closing line value and you have negative CLV. When that happens, you took a terrible play on the game and you're likely going to lose money at a higher rate. And long term, you are for sure guaranteed to lose money. Now, if you are able to beat the closing line, you are guaranteed to win money, being that your implied probability of winning goes up. As sharp money rolls in on these games, the line moves. And if you can predict a spot where you think a line is undervalued before the line moves, then you've beaten the line and you will win long term at sports betting. You're also going to win more over the short term. So it's a win win situation for you. Now, the way that I do it is every single day, I look at all the bets that I could possibly take on the slate and I narrow it down to the 3 to 8 best bets that I think that we will be able to beat the closing line on the most. Now, I'll go into depth in another video about exactly how I determine all of that and how I look into each game. There's so many different resources we use. There's 20 different websites, models, all sorts of stuff that we're looking into. But the goal is to basically find an undervalued pick, lock it in before the line moves, and then beat the closing line on that bet. So I go ahead and do that in each of my bets each day. I'm looking to beat the closing line, and that's why you hear me talking about closing line value. That is what has a direct correlation to actually winning. Now, if a bet is minus 120, you have a 54% chance to win that bet based on just the implied probability of the game. Now, if the bet is minus 150, you have an implied probability of 60%. So do you see how when you lock in at minus 120 in a bet and it goes to minus 150, you've beaten the closing line by about 5%? That is added value that you have onto the game. It's pretty simple, actually. It's a very simple concept. And it is the way that any professional sports bettor makes money by beating closing lines. Billy Walters, anybody that you hear about that's actually making money sports betting, their main focus is beating closing lines and actually getting CLV. This one tactic, if you can put this thing to use and you can beat the closing lines at 65, 70%, like I do myself, you will make a ton of money sports betting. It will be a no-brainer to sports bet every day as long as you can find value in each bet because you'll be printing in money. Now, again, that's why I talk about CLV so much in all of my videos. That's why in my premium group, I post all of my bets every single day. They're all CLV driven. That means I'm there to find CLV value. I post 3 to 8 bets every single day. And then the other analysts on the team, we talk about bankroll management, about CLV, about everything that you need to know around how to find these type of bets, how we find them, our analysis on some of these plays, what goes through our heads, what we look at going into these bets. And we post all those things up in the premium group so that you can get access to our bets and copy them every single day if you don't have that several hours every single day to analyze bets and the years of experience and a full analyst team who's able to look at all the games every single day. That's what we do for you. So if you don't have the time, just join my group, get access to my plays, copy my bets every day, and you'll see the same results that I see as long as you continue to grow your bankroll, follow bankroll management, and just follow my CLV bets every single day. That is the way that you will make a lot of money in sports betting and stop donating any money to sportsbooks.